Activism ain't terrorism. I'm the cook in Baltimore, and I'm getting ready to cook Baltimore up. Like I said, activism ain't terrorism. That's Jeff Majors. That's Dick Gregory. That's Mark Clark in the Big Fat Morning Show at Nellie's Coming Out Party. That's George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic. That's the supporters of Shorties. Alright, the supporters of Shorties from St. Paul's. See the date? December 2006. Alright, this is how long I've been fighting this fight. Since 2006. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. Governor Westmore got all my information. We are employing any and all appropriate officials in the state of Maryland to assist Shorty in this justice in Illinois. That's Governor Westmore. That's Governor Martin O'Malley, and the story is all about Martin O'Malley. Scott Shellenberger. It's called Baltimore Rewired, the money behind the machine. And that's Ivan Bates. Alright? We're talking about the new Jim Crow. The new Jim Crow. And that's Ivan Bates. And right here, identity theft, income tax evasion, fraud, credit card fraud. And Ivan Bates got all that information. And instead of Ivan Bates asking on that information, he's trying to get me locked up. See that case? Alright? That's me. Alright? I don't understand this peace order. Alright? My First Amendment rights, the right of freedom of speech. I was filming Fox 45 and making a documentary. That ain't against the law. Fox 45 paid Ivan Bates a lot of money. I'm talking about mass incarceration in your prison industry, the murder and death of our black communities. Like I said, racism don't work without black cooperation. You got black people selling out our black community. You ain't passed the George Floyd bill, but you sending plenty money to Israel. That's Fox 45. That's the case. All right? District Court. I asked for a trial. Right here. I was falsely accused of a bomb threat by Fox 45. All right? And it was on the paper. Y'all had it in the newspaper. I'm the 2021 Weaver Award winner. All right? Weaving the social fabric in Baltimore. That's parole and probation. Like I said, I never got a trial. Y'all held me for 186 days illegally. Baynard Woods know all about it. Ain't open his mouth. But you talk about white fraternity. Yeah, racism don't work without black cooperation. And it ain't gonna end without white participation. And you got white people being silent about this situation. That's the Baltimore Sun. That's Baynard Woods. That's Governor Ehrlich. That's Annie Chambers. And that's me sitting on the porch at Martin Luther King's house. You feel me? Because I applied for his job. Like I said, activism ain't terrorism. Just like Harriet Tubman. I'm the founding member of the Baltimore Bloc. And we active in the Baltimore. I'm the cook in Baltimore. And I feed the community. I feed the kids. Activism 101. You feel me? Activism 101. I'm the cook. Like I said, I applied for Martin Luther King's job. It's the Weaver, weaving in Baltimore. We talking about mass incarceration. So, Jim Jordan of the House Judiciary Committee, 2023, you had this for over a year. Social media for social change. For more information about Mr. Davis, he can be found on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. All right? And right here, Baltimore, case number, District Court of Baltimore. And that's the peace order. All right? And that's the case number right there. Wabash. Y'all canceled that trial, and I want a trial. These are the supporters of Shorties. All right? I got white people standing up for my black cause. This is me back in the 80s. Territorial drug dispute. Like I said, the war on drugs, N62528. That's 1982. All right? Suspect turns himself in. Yeah, I committed those crimes and I did my time. That's Special Agent Richard McFeely from the FBI. Dated. All right? And the FBI got this. You got to turn over all that information. Respectfully submitted, Dwayne G. Davis, Shorty. You feel me? 1997 to 2008, IRS fraud. SunTrust Bank, Bank of America. We're talking about the money behind the machine. That's Patrick Fitzgerald from the Department of Justice. That's me, P.O. Box 38. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and the corruption in the courts. That's Patrick Fitzgerald. And you received that February the 2nd, 2008, at 8:54 a.m., States Attorney's Office. All right? I still don't have my discovery papers. All right. You received that February the 2nd, 2008 at the States Attorney's Office. Respectfully submitted. These are inmates, which makes it a class action lawsuit. This inmate is dead. You feel me? All the inmates signed off on that. And the state attorney got that on February the 2nd. On February the 7th, y'all locked me up and destroyed the evidence. I'm still alive and breathing. All right. Private citizen approached the grand jury. See the date? 2007. That's Judge Bell. All right. Chief Judge Bell. So I got a right to access the grand jury. That's Senator Ben Cardin's. See the date? 2023. I want everything that Senator Ben Cardin's got for this trial. All right. Notice of Nelly process. I don't want a Nelly process. I want a trial. That's me. I own me. I own all parts of me. See the date? 1986. See that? The Baldwin Institute, the ACLU. P.O. Box 38, Waukegan, Lake County Jail. All right. There was no, this is not an individual problem. It was a racial problem. I spoke up and tried to make a change. The diary was destroyed and had names and dates. I have over 45 pieces of mail that was never delivered. Destruction or interference with the mail is a federal offense. Who could I complain to? You see who that is? You see who that is? Dear Mr. Davis. That's in 1986. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did. Of course we did. We talking about mass incarceration. That's the Baltimore Sun, Tony Roberts. He got this. All right? He got this. That's Kurt Anderson and Kiefer Mitchell. That's my transcripts from my trial. We went from enslavement to mass incarceration. And I put it in a book, Baltimore Rewired, The Money Behind the Machine. I put it in a book, and I named the officials. Scott Shellenberger. Everything Scott Shellenberger had since 2006, y'all gonna have to reverse and remand. If I don't get a trial, I'm still making the movie, and you can't stop the movie. Right here, Certificate of Identity. That's the Department of Justice. All right, Dwayne G. Davis, citizen, and it's notarized. All right, subscribe. All right, subscribe right here. Whistleblower, the movie. Whistleblower, the movie. Subscribe. By notary. And the book is Brandon Scott got The Body of Politics. Well, this is Shorty Pull Your Mask Up. TMZ.com. Remember y'all had a ha 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 ha? Well, y'all ain't laughing no more because I put it in a book. That's City Hall. All right? That's City Hall. And I'm showing you the money behind the machine. Release all material to the voters. That's Governor O'Malley right there, all right? And that's me. I'm the cook. See the date? 1402 Lochner. I was kidnapped from my home. I'm talking about voter suppression. That's Jared Gimentez. And everything he got, you got to turn over. That's the Office of the Supreme Court. A writ of certiorari. That's April 2007. Dwayne G. Davis, 119 Mo Falls Road, Davis versus Illinois. And I won a trial. That's Shorty's. I gave you the Shorty program. All right? Social, economic, political, medical, environmental, members needed. I gave you visual and performing arts, political involvement, photography, journalism, technology, law, sports, and cultural exchanges. I gave you Baltimore Rewired. That's Get Shorty. And that's Martin O'Malley. See the date? 2006. November 29th, 2006. Till this date. Today's the 29th. Get Shorty. That's the program. Shorty's Underground Ribs. All right. From 1/2/2008 to the present date. That's the United States Postal Service. Mail fraud. Identity theft. You feel me? And I got that. And it's all right here. My business mailbox. And that's my number right there. Baltimore County Detention Center was involved as well. All right. And right here it clearly states August 2007, grand jury, Judge Cox. All right. Misrepresentation of a felony. All right. Whoever having knowledge of actual commission of a felony cognizable by a court of law. All right? And Shellenberger had that. It's all about Shellenberger. That's Scott Shellenberger, and that's Senator Ben Cardin's. In regards to your documentary, I would not be able to appear. That's Senator Ben Cardin's. See the date? July 2007. That's Governor Blagojevich. If Blagojevich can go to jail, Shellenberger can go to jail. If Blagojevich can go to jail, Shellenberger can go to jail. That's Governor Blagojevich, and you can get my mail from Scott Shellenberger. That's Scott Shellenberger. That's Exhibit 3, FBI, Special Agent at the FBI in Chicago, Illinois. That's the Honorable Judge Cox. All right? Shellenberger had all this information. You feel me? Shellenberger had all this information. That's Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court, 2013. Shellenberger had this. Shellenberger let them destroy property. Right here, 2007. Dwayne G. Davis, States Attorney's Office. All right. Was retrieved my property from the Lake County Court. States Attorney referred to failed to return my property. A photo album, pledge sheets, letters of support from Governor Thompson. Yeah, that was it. You feel me? That was it. And this is in Lake County. Baltimore County. 0749888. I never got a trial. See that? December 2009. I never got a trial, and the court ordered my property returned. That's State's Attorney. No, that's Attorney Disciplinary Committee. That's Ken LaRue, Michael Waller, and Karen Levy. Y'all conspired to deny me my constitutional civil rights. I was held 186 days illegally, and you destroyed the Jailhouse Diary. You destroyed the Jailhouse Diary. Right here, whistleblower. That's Delegate Glenn, Bobby Zirkin, and Delegate Branch. That's me. Maryland's prison industry, Gov.O'Malley and Brown's money machine. Y'all had this. Kai Jackson, Fox 45. That's me. All right. And right here is Kathleen Hughes and Jamie Lee Foster Brown. And it clearly names the people who had this. All right. It names the people who had this. Karen Parks. It names you. T.J. Smith, Charles Gibson, Gail King. It names you right here. Federal investigation. Maryland's prison industry. And it's written right here. Scott Shellenberger got all that. Scott Shellenberger, the Baltimore Brew. That toilet was about the school to prison pipeline. The money you make off of mass incarceration. That's Tim Williams from WJZ. That's WJZ. Kai Jackson, Mary Babala, Vic Carter. That's Linda Dodge, parole and probation. You feel me? Linda Dodge from parole and probation. Consent to be videotaped. So everything that I've got, that whole hour and a half interview, you got to play it for the public. That's the National Association of the Colored People. And that's parole and probation. That's the Maryland Black Legislative Caucus. And that's the IRS. This is the IRS. All right? We talking about 2008. We talking about income tax evasion and fraud. All right? It's all right here. October 2014, 2015. False imprisonment, police brutality, judicial fraud, prisoner's right advocate, follow-up to a federal investigation, abuses of power by public officials. President Obama ordered an investigation 2008. All right? I never got the investigation. Like I said, interstate compact, notice of departure. Lake County, Illinois. And that's my FBI file. And that's when I was born. I wasn't born yesterday. I must arrive in Illinois. You see, when I left, I departed the 7th and I arrived on the 8th. These are the forged checks. That's not my signature. That's not my signature. That's not my signature. All right? And that's the IRS 2006. All right? And that's how much money I made. All right. I'm the president. That's Paul Weinblatt. He participated in this. So Paul Weinblatt is my main witness, and he signed off on that. That means that's fraud. That's fraud by Paul Weinblatt. 2008. Paul Weinblatt. Received April 2011. All right, that's my inmate complaint. Dwayne G. Davis, 2012. We talking about Governor O'Malley, Congressman Cummings, Senator Hardin, Barbara Mikulski, Richard McFeely, Judge Bell, Judge Pearson, Judge Turnbull, Judge Boris, Governor Quinn, Eric Holder, Department of Justice, Gail King, and that's notarized. That's my Jailhouse Diary. All right, and that's Scott Shellenberger, Department of Justice, right there. That's Scott Shellenberger. That's James Calabrese from the State Prosecutor's Office. That's from WJZ. That's Chief Johnson, Baltimore City Police Department. That's the Criminal Division of the IRS. That's Dwight Pettit, all right? And the State's Attorney had that. Received 2014, Attorney General's Office, Department of Health and Mental Services. You received this in 2014. That's Paul Ballard, all right? That's Judge Papaya, Judge Turnbull, Judge Souder. And that's me at the Maryland School of Law. All videos and legal materials submitted to all three judges concerning Dwayne G. Davis. Transcripts submitted to the Department of Justice. Then the State's Attorney had that. All videos and pictures and legal mail. That's the Baltimore Sun. You feel me? And the State's Attorney got that. That's Justin Burke, ABC2, Krystin Schaefer, Roosevelt Lefkowitz, Mark Marion, and Richard Scher. All videos and legal material. And the State's Attorney got that. Respectfully requesting the case file and completely filed in my complete files. That's Spring Grove Medical Hospital. All right? And they signed off on it. I made them sign this. That's the Baltimore Sun, Chief Editor. You talking about Armstrong Williams. All legal material sent to your office. That's POTUS Gray, WJZ. All legal material. And that's from the State's Attorney's Office. That's Mike Shue, Mike Shue, Gigi Barnett, Stan Saunders, and Adam May. See the date? See the date, 2014. Fox 45, Karen Parks, Stephen Janis, Kai Jackson. Certificate Identity, Whistleblower, the movie about Baltimore. Jim Crow Justice, Scott Shellenberger. All right, the Democratic Party. Welcome to the shit show, and I got a lot of shit to show you. That's the United States Senate, Whistleblower. Scott Shellenberger, Marilyn Mosby. All right, 2007. Judge Holland, Judge O'Malley, Judge Turnbull, Judge Pearson, Judge Bridges, Judge Rossetti. I was making a movie. It's a Rob Fix production. We're going to play the tapes like Watergate. That's Governor O'Malley and Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown. And right here, Brent Jones, ABC, NBC, CBS, Charles Gibson, World News Tonight. All about Scott Shellenberger. I gave you this, so I want a trial. I'm at Starbucks and Shorty. We got a hell of a story. Maryland's prison industry, O'Malley and Brown's money machine. Maryland's prison industry, O'Malley Brown's money machine. See what that is? 2014. I'm a fan club. That's my son, my daughters. You kidnapped me from my family. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. Moses parted the Red Sea, Shorty parted some rednecks. That's me, honorably discharged veteran. In this book, The Great Race Debate. You feel me? The Great Race Debate. Transcripts. And this was done for my family. right, being black in America 2024. I'm still Shorty, and this is the King family. I'm the cook, and I'm getting ready to cook y'all up. That's me and my son, and that's me at Baltimore County Police Department. That's Fern Shin, and that's Chief Davis, Commissioner Davis. You feel me? So everything that Commissioner Davis got, everything that Fern Shin got, I'm an activist. I'm an activist. And that's me and Ted Sutton. That's me and Johnny Oleski. You sitting in the seat. Johnny Oleski asked for a federal investigation. I'm the subject of that investigation. Now you're Congressman Johnny Oleski. So I want access to the Supreme Court. Activism ain't terrorism. You got my paperwork. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? Well, we're going to find out, because everything is documented. The world is watching, so I'm going to give them something to see. Johnny Oleski and Shorty.